Hi there, welcome back. Today I'm chatting to singer and keyboard player Steve Wale. Steve, as you say, your wife is here. She's come up with you all the way from Dorset, is it?
Yep.
Dorset. And she's very supportive. How have your family on the whole? You know, I don't know if your mum and dad are alive or whatever, but how have they been in supporting you with your career?
They've been absolutely fantastic. You know, from buying the first bass guitar with no strings to the drum kit, you know, keyboards.
Yeah.
They've always supported what I've done, and they still do now. You know.
Yeah.
They still come to gigs and support me.
Do your mum and dad live in Dorset?
No, they live in Reading, still in
Right,
Berkshire, yeah.
but they'll still travel to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're on that stage, because just talking to you now, you wouldn't know that you were in the entertainment business.
No. A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
As soon as I go on stage, it's like someone turning on the telly, you know, just a switch goes on and I'm in the zone, you know.
Yeah.
Because I do like a comedy duo as well.
Yeah.
You know, once you're on there, you just have a laugh with everyone. And it's,
Have you ever been in a comedy duo?
yeah, I'm in one now, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what's that act called?
That's the SAS duo.
Yeah.
We
What
do
does
like,
that stand for?
Steve and Sean.
Oh, right.
So
SAS.
nothing special, you know.
Ask a stupid question, yeah.
We do like costume changes, drum solos.
Yeah.
It's a bit like as a mini variety show.
Yeah.
And we just have a good laugh. You know,
And how often are you booked out with that?
That is pretty full on, especially this year. It's
Wow.
really busy. Yeah.
That's great. So, do you feel that a lot of acts now, instead of purely being a singer and keyboard player, or whatever they are, do a lot of acts have two strings to the bow and have a, you know, so that
they all seem to be doing
vary.
more than one project now.
Yeah.
Because, as I say, the clubs are struggling, and you just got to come up with new ideas, you know.
Yeah.
And just different shows to offer people.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you've been on the pub and club hotel scene for a number of years. Is there anywhere else that you'd like to get into?
Yeah, obviously, I'd like to get into obviously the cruise channels.
Sorry, I was just having a good old cough there. Just for the sake of our viewers, I'm seeing the doctor tonight for the third time. I've been coughing for months. Everyone's saying to me, oh, it's the 100-day cough. I don't want it. I think, well, it's well over 100 pounds. About
Keep it.
Oh, terrible. So many people have... Have you ever had to call off gigs because you've not been well?
Now and again I have. It's one thing I hate doing. You know, if I'm really, really ill, and obviously you can't help it. It's one of them things.
Right.
But I sit at home, you know.
We'll give you a couple of phone numbers because there are certain agents that specialise in the cruises.
Oh, right,
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No, me and my wife were talking about it earlier. We would like to try it, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll give you all the brochures when you go
Thank you very
downstairs, yeah. Isn't that terrible? We'll get a guest on and then we'll sell him a cruise.
I thought you were going to pay for it as well.
Oh, in your dreams. Well, we're going to take a listen to your final one now. It's another Billy Fury one, Make Believe. Are you a fan of Billy Fury?
Yeah, he's one of my idols, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
So John Bon Jovi,
Yeah.
Billy Fury.
It's a bit of a variation there.
Yeah,
but,
and which woman is your favourite?
Pink.
Pink,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
OK, here we go. Steve Wale and his final song for today, Make Believe.
How much I love you so, my
There we go, the final number from Steve Whale. Can you remember the very first professional gig you played? What was the first venue?
Yep, I can. It was a Sunday lunchtime. I remember the day.
Yeah.
And it was the Curzon Conservative Club in Reading.
Yeah.
It was sort of 12 till 2 on a Sunday afternoon in the lounge bar. It was great. It was brilliant. You know, it was back in the days when clubs were busy. You know? And it was after that. It was sort of every other Sunday. It was a regular little booking.
Were you nervous? Can you remember how you felt?
Yeah, because I was only 11 or 12 at the time.
Oh gosh, you were that little.
Yeah.
And were you singing?
I had 4 keyboards and I had 2 in front and 2 at the side.
Yeah.
Just playing like instrumentals, and I'd done a couple of vocal ones.
Yeah.
But as it went on, I started doing more vocal.
Yeah.
And it
so
was great.
11.
Yeah.
Oh, how super.
It was good. It was good.
I bet part of the reason you were successful at that age was a bit of the factor, you know, this little...
I had quite a lot of charm then as well.
Yeah. Hey, you've got quite a bit now,
Thank you very much.
Now, you had a big tragedy with your equipment a number of years ago.
Yeah, there was a horrible time. Loaded the car up, went upstairs, got all my clothes, went back down to go and do the gig, and it had all gone.
Someone had stolen all your gear?
Yeah, it left the car.
Yeah.
But they took everything.
And where was your car?
It was in my garage.
Yeah.
Which was in like a garage block, quite away from my flat. So, you know, it was a horrible time.
And weren't you insured?
I was insured, but at the time, there was so many little clauses that the garage was too far from the house for them to pay out.
Yeah, but did they tell you how far the garage had to be from the house when they took your premiums?
As far as we
you?
know, they did, yeah. As I say, we fighted with them for 2 or 3 years, but didn't
how
get anywhere.
awful.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That's really, really...
It was a real horrible time, you know. But other musicians, you know, gathered round. They lent me old equipment. Yeah. You know, which was good, you know.
Right. So they did. Yeah. If you could do a duet with a celebrity.
Right. Yeah.
Celebrity, you know, male, female, who would it be?
I think it'd have to be Pink, to be honest.
Really?
I'd love to do something with her. Yeah.
And would you do one of her songs, or one you've written, or which one would you do?
I think one of each would be good, actually.
Yeah?
I'll be greedy, yeah. That's for 2.
And how do you promote yourself, Steve? How do you actually get yourself out there and get the bookings?
I've got, obviously, a website for each act I do, which I really promote a lot on Facebook and Twitter.
So you embrace all the social networking?
It's got to be done, you know. It's one great way of networking, you know. It's a lot easier nowadays than it was before to promote yourself. It's brilliant.
I'm sure. And do you have an agent?
I use a couple of agents, but I am an agent myself, so...
You are an agent yourself?
I set an entertainment agency up last October, which is taken off quite well. And so as I say, a lot of the work is through myself, so it's great.
Excellent. And how many acts have you got on your books?
At the moment, on the database, we've got about 450, 500 acts.
That's absolutely great. Yeah. And do you actively promote them, or are you like a clearinghouse? Someone will ring you and say, I want one of these at this price, and you look through your database. Yeah,
that's what we do. We've obviously got the website as well, and I go to venues every week and you know, try and get into new venues and offer them new entertainment. So and do
you think that, I mean, to have 400 and odd is really good? Could that ever take over your singing?
It would be nice if it did.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd ever give up singing.
Well, listen, it has been lovely having you in the studio today. Thanks very much indeed. From Steve Whale and myself, till next time, take care.